Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to recap last night's Monday Night Football game between the Minnesota Vikings and San Francisco 49ers. Man, what a shocking result from last night. The Minnesota Vikings with a 22-17 win over the San Francisco 49ers. Two straight outs for San Francisco. Me and a lot of others, after they beat the Cowboys, were like, oh, this is the best team in the NFL, but now they've lost 2 in a row. It's hard to see who the best team in the NFL is right now, because I thought it was San Francisco. But now they've lost 2 in a row to not great teams. But Cleveland's not that great. I mean, they have a good record, but they're not that great of a team. Minnesota, they've started to get on strong after a slow start. But if San Francisco's struggling to beat these bad teams, they might not beat good teams. And Brock Purdy, man, the last 2 weeks, he's been pretty bad. 3 interceptions in the last 2 games after starting with none. Last game against Cleveland, he was 12 of 27, 125, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. This game, 21 of 30, 272, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Excuse me. But Brock Purdy had to play these last 2 games. 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. He's turning the ball over now. He's starting to get a little bit exposed when just not everything. When everything doesn't go right, he's just not a good quarterback. It is what it is. It's the facts. He's not really an athlete. He's not really athletic. That athletic. He doesn't really have great arm strength. And many games this year, he's been able to just chuck the ball down, just dink and dunk, and get a lot of yards after catch. That's why I've said he's not gonna be good the whole year. But we'll see if he can bounce back from these last 2 rough performances. I just never bought into the Brock Purdy hype that he would be their franchise quarterback going forward. It's just the truth. Brock Purdy's just not as good as people say. He threw 2 picks in the final 6 minutes. And it's just when you put pressure on Brock Purdy, that's the big issue for Brock Purdy. Under pressure, Brock Purdy now is the 3rd worst turnover-worthy play rate at 6.9% last night. Both these interceptions came under pressure. When he's kept clean, his turnover-worthy play rate is like at the middle of the pack. The biggest Purdy issue to monitor as the season goes on is when he's under pressure, if he keeps having these turnover-worthy plays. And the 49ers should not be, I don't know if you can say they should not be the NFC favorites, because I don't know who else you could put in the NFC favorites category besides them, the Eagles, Dallas. I still think we're a contender in the NFC despite those 2 losses. And I still think the Lions. Those are the 4 teams in the NFC that I can see being up there. It's hard to say they shouldn't be favorites, but if you can't beat Minnesota, I don't know about that. If you're going to be a Super Bowl contending team. I mean, Brock Purdy, I don't know what you can really say about him. But if I had to win in a neutral environment, say if it was a tomorrow game, I'd probably take half the league's quarterbacks over him. I don't think that's much of a knock. Or as much as a hot take. I think it's time for concern, though. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey, I didn't have a good night running the football. The Vikings defense kind of really stuffed the run. Christian McCaffrey had only 15 runs for 45 yards and a touchdown. 3 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown. The receiving wise, George Kittle, 5 catches, 78 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 5 catches, 57 yards. Juwan Jennings, 5 catches, 54 yards. So I thought they done a good job spreading the football out. It's just Brock Purdy couldn't come up clutch when he needed to. And it's kind of been a thing the last 2 weeks for Brock Purdy. He just hasn't played well. And that 49ers defense, it really didn't play well. It kind of got exposed, I thought, in this game as well. They just didn't look good overall. After a little bit, they were able to stuff the run, but they could never stop Kirk Cousins the whole game. The only reason they got an interception was because it was a freaking 50-50 ball. I mean, they were able to stop the run eventually. Madison only had 39 yards to Akers with 31 yards. But they never had an answer for Kirk Cousins. He was 35-45, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jordan Addison had himself a game. 7 catches, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, the best rookie wide receiver out of this draft class so far. Brandon Powell, 4 catches, 64 yards. T.J. Hawkinson, 11 catches, 86 yards. Got him a lot more involved, which you love to see. K.J. Osborne, 5 catches, 47 yards. Ty Chandler, 12 yards. Akers, 30 yards. They really got everybody involved. And Cameron Bynum with 2 interceptions, 2 clutch interceptions to seal the game. Daniel Hunter gets another sack to add to his total on the year. But impressive win by Minnesota, man. After starting off 0-4, they're now 3-4. But Kirk Cousins with a brilliant primetime performance. I know a lot of people crap on Kirk Cousins, including me, on primetime, but you gotta give credit where credit's due. He had a fantastic performance, as good as you can have, against the 49ers defense. But the 49ers pass rush has kind of just disappeared. Nick Bosa, where you at, sir? Nick Bosa, got all that money. Where you at, Nick Bosa? But yet he's better than Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons doesn't disappear as much as Nick Bosa does. Defense was bad, so yeah, that was an embarrassing loss. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for this video, so until next time, peace.